Good evening. This is All India Radio, Kohima. I'm Jonas Yantan with Evening News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says SVAMITVA is not just a scheme to provide legal documents, but also a new mantra for development and trust in the villages of the country. Vice President M Venkaiah Naidu to embark on a maiden visit to Nagaland tomorrow. Cabinet approves setting up of 7 mega integrated textile region and apparel parks. And Prime Minister Modi to dedicate 35 PSA oxygen plants across 35 states and union territories. As the nationwide free COVID-19 vaccination campaign at government facilities for those above 18 years is going on, we advise our young listeners to get vaccinated and also help others get vaccinated. We also advise our listeners not to lower their guard as COVID-19 remains a threat to our health. Please stay at home unless it is essential to go out and continue to follow these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, maintain 6 feet for social distancing, focus on hand and face hygiene. For any COVID-related information and guidance, contact national helpline numbers 011-2397-8046 and 1075 and state helpline number 1800-345-0019. And now the news. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said the SVAMITVA scheme is not just a scheme to provide legal documents, but it is also a new mantra for development and trust in the villages of the country with the help of modern technology. The Prime Minister, while addressing the program in Madhya Pradesh today via video conferencing, said that a survey through drone technology is going to give a new dimension of development to the villages of India. The Prime Minister said that now the government itself is coming at the doors of the poor and empowering the poor. Vice President M Venkaiah Naidu will embark on a one-day maiden visit to Nagaland tomorrow. He will arrive on a special Indian Air Force aircraft from Agartala tomorrow morning at 9:45 a.m. On his arrival, Vice President Naidu will en route to Janapani, wherein he will visit IGAR Research Complex for Northeast region. Also, he will hold a meeting with Governor Professor Jagdish Mukhi, Chief Minister Nipirio, Deputy Chief Minister Y. Padan, and State Ministers at the Police Complex Jumukedima in Dimapur. Vice President's day-long itinerary include virtual inauguration of office buildings of Directorate of Information Technology and Communication Kohima, buildings of government high schools and Minister's Residential Complex Kohima. Naidu is also scheduled to hold interaction with achievers. Later in the evening, he will witness a cultural program by Northeast Zone Cultural Center in Dimapur. He will leave for Arunachal Pradesh the next day. Earlier, the Vice President was scheduled for a 3-day visit to the state from 7th to 9th of October. The Union Cabinet today approved setting up of 7 mega integrated textile region and apparel PM Mitra parks with a total outlay of 4,445 crore rupees over 5 years. Briefing about it, Textiles Minister Piyush Goyal said the move is inspired by the 5F vision of the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, which is farm to fiber, to factory to fashion to foreign. He said it is Modi government's landmark decision to empower textile sector. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will dedicate to the nation 35 pressure swing absorption PSA oxygen plants established under PM CARES across 35 states and union territories in an event to be held at AIIMS Rishikesh in Uttarakhand tomorrow at 11 a.m. With this, all districts of the country will now have commissioned PSA oxygen plants. Prime Minister will also address the gathering on the occasion. Till now, a total of 1,224 PSA oxygen plants have been funded under PM CARES across the country, out of which more than 1,100 plants have been commissioned, providing an output of over 1,750 metric tons oxygen per day. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on your YouTube channel, AIR News Kohima. Eastern Nagaland People's Union Mokokchung today held a silent procession in protest against the murder of Easter Palm on 14th of September. The silent protesters marched towards Deputy Commissioner's office, Mokokchung, and submitted a memorandum. Among the 4-point memorandum, it stated that the murder of late Easter Palm by Awati, a Kampura, provoked deep concern over the safety and security of women folk in the society. It said that to prevent such unfortunate incidents from repeating in the future, justice must not only be done, but justice must be seen to be done. Further, the organizations appealed the Deputy Commissioner to render all possible help as and when the victims' family members approach concerning the matter. India has administered over 92 crore 17 lakh doses of COVID vaccine so far under the nationwide vaccination drive. Union Health Ministry said more than 59 lakh 48,000 vaccine doses were administered in the last 24 hours. The ministry said 24,770 COVID patients recovered during the last 24 hours, and the national recovery rate has reached 97.94%. The country reported 18,833 new cases in the last 24 hours. The daily positivity rate stands at 1.34%. 31 fresh COVID-19 cases have been detected today in Nagaland, including 32 recoveries and 1 death related to the infection. Dimapur registered 11 new cases, 8 from Tuensang, 5 each from Kohima and Mokokchung, and 1 each in Mon and Pek. On the other hand, 12 infected persons were reported to have recovered from Dimapur, 8 from Kohima, 7 in Pek, 3 from Tuensang, and 2 from Mokokchung, while 1 death was reported from Dimapur. The state's total confirmed caseload has now ascended to 31,373, while total recovered cases stands at 29,390 and 652 were of COVID casualties. There are now 311 active cases. Celebrate the 75 years of India's independence by participating in India at 75 quiz with AIR News Kohima, a special quiz on India's freedom movement and its glorious history every Thursday at 7:10 and 7:20 p.m. Listeners can participate by sending their response to AIR News Kohima India 75@gmail.com, an SMS or WhatsApp to 9485 239950 along with name and address. The first correct answer received from the participants will be selected as the winner. Winners will be announced the next day, Morning News Bulletin. Nagaland Football Association NFA organised the first selection trials for Santosh Trophy zonal round at IG Stadium Kohima today. A total of 23 footballers from different districts turned up for the selection trials. The association has also informed that a second phase selection trials will be held very soon in other districts to scout more talented players in the state. According to reports, the Santosh Trophy zonal round is likely to be held from November 21 to December 5, 2021 at Imphal in Manipur. Meanwhile, Nagaland Wrestling Association has invited all interested senior men freestyle wrestlers for a selection trial to be held on 11 October at Indira Gandhi Stadium, Kohima. The selection trial will be in the category between 57 kg to 97 kg and 125 kg above. And now 20 news, here are the main points again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says SVAMITVA is not just a scheme to provide legal documents, but also a new mantra for development and trust in the villages of the country. Vice President M Venkaiah Naidu to embark on a maiden visit to Nagaland tomorrow. Cabinet approves setting up of 7 mega integrated textile region and apparel parks. And Prime Minister Modi to dedicate 35 PSA oxygen plants across 35 states and union territories. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.